Good evening, Brian. It's Wednesday. So I want to make today's video short and sweet. It's kind of late as usual, as what has been happening lately with my vlogs, and I don't have any notes, so I'm just trying to record this and then get it posted. So I'm sorry about that. I know I need to get better about planning ahead of time and having notes and knowing what I want to talk about, as well as finding time to do the vlogs where it's not the last thing I do at night, and therefore I'm not in as much of a rush. So I'm sorry about that. The first thing I want to talk about is this TV show on Netflix that we've been watching lately. I don't know how you feel about cooking television shows. I definitely like Food Network shows and various food or cooking themed shows. I know sometimes they're kind of like trashy reality TV, but they're fun. And Luke and I have gotten sort of in the habit of watching them lately. And the one we've been watching most recently is called The Great Food Truck Race. It's kind of silly, but it's definitely still entertaining. The basic premise is that teams of food truck operators compete, where every episode they're in a new city traveling across the country, and they have various challenges and requirements they have to meet, and every week the most underperforming truck is eliminated and sent home. It's kind of silly and, very much of a light show, but I still find it enjoyable and it's fun. However, one thing we did is last week, or 2 weeks ago, when we did the meal planning for that week, we decided to base it off of the 7 teams that had been on the Great Food Truck Race that we had been watching. So each food truck had a theme. There was a Cajun truck, there was a French truck, a truck that did crepes, paninis, burgers, etc. And so for each of the meals we planned that week for dinner, we based it off of one of those teams. And it was really awesome. It caused us to make a number of foods that we don't normally make. We made one French soup that we had never made anything like that before, but it ended up being awesome. And we're probably gonna make the recipe a number of times again because it's really good. We made jambalaya, which I haven't had in probably 2 or 3 years at least. We also got the stuff to make crepes, although we didn't end up making crepes because we went out to eat one night and so didn't cook that night. But we have the stuff to make crepes and we'll do that soon. But it was really neat. Plus it was a fun way to sort of break out of the routine habit of the same kinds of things that we usually have and try some different things as well. So not only do I recommend that you watch this show because it's on Netflix and I think it's kind of fun and interesting and just a silly thing to put on when you need something in the background on the television. But it's also kind of neat to use it as a trial or exploratory way to cook some different kinds of foods than you usually do. And I know you probably don't do as much cooking as we do, but it might still be a neat way for you to sort of have some kind of challenge or something to branch out with. The next thing I wanted to talk about in this video is Duolingo. We've both been terrible. I know we talked a couple weeks ago about how we both fallen behind. I don't know if you've made any progress since then. I certainly haven't opened the app in at least a week, and since we haven't talked about it, I'm assuming that you're on the same page as me. Yeah, we're terrible. We had talked about deciding to get back in the swing of things, and I really think we should. So, what I'm proposing is that we disregard the previous calendar and schedule that we had set up. Right now, I know both of us are roughly in the same place as far as progress, but almost every topic before then requires refreshing because it's been so long since we've done it. So why don't we set a date for ourselves to refresh all of the things and get to like one topic where we're both on the exact same page, and then start back again with the weekly schedule. I feel like we probably should take maybe 2 weeks to do this. So why don't we say that starting the week of September 12th, that will start that weekly schedule. So we will have all of the catch-ups done by September 11th, that Sunday, and then starting on the week of September 12th through September 18th, we will continue doing a week schedule and progress from there. Let me know what you think about this, but I really think we should do it and get back into the swing of things. I think that's it for this video, Brian. I'm sorry if it was kind of rambling and all over the place, but I hope it was still enjoyable, and I really look forward to seeing your Thursday top 5 tomorrow. Have a good night, Brian.